Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. It is a Monday, and that means the color tag that is not half price at my thrift store is now available at half price. So I like to come in. Last week the tag color that was not half price was blue, and they put a lot of new blue stuff out when they do that. And now this week all the blue things are half price, so I like to come on a Monday. It is packed in there. Everybody else does the same. And I go look at all the things I liked but didn't get because they wouldn't be half price last week. And I kind of tucked a shirt in someplace. I wish I would have taken a picture of that shirt so I could remember what it even looked like. But I think it was black and white, and I loved it. But it wasn't half price. And yes, I could pay full price, but I don't actually need anything at this point, right? It's not a necessity that I have all the shirts. So it's just fun for me to get them as cheap as possible. It's like treasure hunting, and then I try to tuck it someplace like at the very end of a row, but maybe 3 in, so I'll try to remember where to look for it, but I didn't find it. And my thrift store is Park Ave Value Store. You can also look up Park Ave Thrift Store. They're in Mississippi, and I keep saying I don't remember the other state. I think somebody told me Georgia. I don't remember. But you can look them up and see if you have one near you. It's the cheapest thrift store I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I just get stuff so incredibly cheap. So I'm going to start with the thing that you're going to hate the most. I don't really like them either, but they're clogs. I'm going to come out and say that. I got a pair of clogs when I was in 8th grade, junior high for us. And I think you guys, is it junior high that everybody else calls middle school? We called it junior high. So 8th grade. Junior high was 7th and 8th grade for us. And then freshman through senior is high school. I remember vividly my friend and I going, we were just walking in Sanford, the town of Sanford, and there was a shoe store there forever called Bergeron's Shoe, and in the window was clogs. They were getting popular, and we wore those with what was called elephant pants, which was just like wide all the way down. I mean, the base of the pants, the hem of the pants, the base, could be this wide. It was different than bell bottoms because they didn't go straight and then cut out. They just were really wide legs, and we thought we were super cool if we had, clogs that were high, and we could walk in that and just let the pants drag on the ground. And we used to also go to school barefoot, which we were not allowed to do, but because we all wore pants that were dragging on the ground and they were so wide at the hem, we could hide our feet, so we would get away with going to school barefoot. You didn't need to know all that. Anyway, I fell in love with a pair of clogs. She fell in love with a pair of clogs. Now, in my world, getting a pair of shoes at a shoe store was like just out of the question. It was expensive. And I don't know who I asked, but I ended up getting those clogs, and I wore those clogs even in high school. I just loved them so much. And so I saw a pair of clogs, and I got them. And I saw them last week, and I put them on a shelf with all the other shoes, and every day that I would go last week, because I knew last week they would not be half price, so this week they would be. And every day that I went, I checked. I went 4 times last week. And then they were still there, and they were there today. Yeah, they fit me perfectly. I like this to go shopping because there's also, the sole is high too, so it's not like a really high heel. They're like new. And I just love them. It's like my old-fashioned clogs. Maybe one day I'll be wearing them with at least bell bottoms. It's my goal to eventually rock hippies, right out of the 70s hippie outfit with one of those Mary Tyler Moore shirts, maybe a fucking belt that has fringe on it, and bell bottoms, hip hugger bell bottoms. I'm aiming for hip huggers, guys. I want some fucking hip huggers. And these fucking clogs. All right, so there. You can hate them. Don't say you hate them. Not in the comments, because I don't want that negativity, right? Those shoes deserve love. Somebody bought them. They hated them. I don't think they ever wore them. Look, they're not worn at all. I love them, and that's all that matters. Okay, I have 2 shirts. I think you will like both. I think you will love one of them, especially on the try-on. Oh, and I think I'm going to have enough shirts for a try-on this week. This is Monday. I have Derek's party tonight. The Rhythm Podcast. I have a hard time saying it. The Rhythm Podcast watch party. He and Jeff are going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to be watching the podcast. It's at Memphis Sidecar. Memphis, not South Haven. Memphis Sidecar at 7 p.m. And this is Monday, June 12, 2023. If you can make it out there, go see us. Come see us. We want to meet you. This is a blouse type thing. I'm looking at the blouses now. I like it if they have a little bit of stretch. And this needs to have some alterations. Okay, this one was $3.93, so I paid a little under $2, half price, but it's black and white. And it fits good enough, but I don't like this bullshit going on with the sleeve, so I will be taking that off and then probably having to cut the sleeve, cutting the cuff off. The other blouse that I wore out this weekend that you haven't seen on a try-on yet, I will be having to cut the cuff on those too. I didn't care for that. I went out dancing, and then I ended up rolling them up and pinning them the second night because I wore that shirt twice in a row. That's how much I liked it. And I don't know about the length or whatever, but it looks kind of wide, but it's not. I would take it in a little bit. So I like it, and then again, I don't really care for this neck anymore. I don't like it when something comes up here and then goes like this. I kind of like the whole V from up here. So I might alter that too. Now this shirt, I fucking loved it on me. It's not black and white, but it's like beige, a darkish beige. I mean, it's not black and white. It's beige-ish and black. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to show you. I'm excited about what I got today. It's such a nice fabric. I can wear it for car vlogs now. I'm sure I would probably wear this out. I don't know, because I just like the colors of it. It goes good with my hair. And it's long enough, and if it's too long, I can cut it. So I really liked it, and I think it fits good. I can't remember. I tried on a lot of shirts, and I was disappointed in some. I keep looking down there. I don't know. It looks like somebody's purse is on the ground. I have to go investigate. Nope, it was a black bag with an empty can of beer, but it really looks like a purse. I can't remember what I was talking about now. I'm sure it was still thrift store things. And I wanted to mention that how much I believe in the law of attraction and manifesting things. In my head, and this is why I often pick things up from the thrift store. I take things off the rack and bring it in with me that are just way too small for me. Because in my mind, I am at the size that I picture I'd like to be. It's called living in the end. That's what they call it. And it makes so much sense to me. And it's because that's how I run a business. I have an idea for a business, and I see myself successful with that business. And to me, there's like no in between, and there's no doubt that I will have that success because that's what I see. And for the most part, that works. Because I have tried a few things that I ended up letting go of, and but I for the most part, what I see in my head, and if I see myself a success in that, it just happens because there's no other option to me, and it's not even that I force it. So I envision myself a certain size. I don't know what to say for like a weight or anything, because I actually can get away with looking smaller than my actual weight. All my life, I've been like that. I could weigh 140 when I was 20, and people would have thought I weighed like 110, 115. So anyway, so I don't go by weight. I see myself. I see myself in those Mary Tyler Moore shirts, and I see myself with hip huggers on. So when I'm looking for clothes, I believe it so much in my head that that's where I already am, that I pick clothes that is way too small. So I've started to learn to say, oh, wait a minute though. This is for me later, but I'm not buying it now because I just don't want to spend money on stuff now and have a closet full of clothes that is for later. I'll find clothes for later, but in my head I see myself a certain size, and that also is what allows me to dance like a fucking fool when I go out to the bars, because I see myself way smaller than I am, way smaller than I am. And that's why, you guys, you know, I don't have Derek record me dancing, whatever. I don't even like to see it, because, not because I think I look bad, but because it shocks me into reality that that person on the dance floor is not the person I envision. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to explain that. I don't like to be shocked out of that reality. And I had said that I wanted a full-length mirror in my apartment so I could show you guys pants. I don't think I want that. I want to see myself only as I see myself now. It's enough that I see myself, you know, waist up in a mirror in the bathroom, but I don't need more than that. I want to just keep my image in my head, because that's what guarantees that I will get there, because I have to, because that's the only frequency I'm on. I know it might sound nuts, but I know a lot of people know what I'm talking about when I talk about the law of attraction and manifestation and stuff. It's we are what we think we are, and that's all there is to it. And I refuse to see myself any other way than what I see in my head right now. And I will continue to take small clothes in. And even today I knew this is small, and I said, that's okay. I'm gonna try it on, because that's the size I am in my head, and it's worth me trying that size on. And then of course I try it on and I say, okay, that could be for later, you know, but I just want so much to play into it, that this is my size. And this is what I weigh. There was a time when I first learned about law of attraction that I just put a weight that I wanted on the scale. So every time I weighed myself, all I saw was that piece of paper. And that broke me out of the habit of weighing myself so much, to the point where it could ruin my day. I just left the size, the weight that I wanted, just covered it, so I couldn't see anything. And I would still allow myself to get on that scale constantly, 10 times a day if I wanted, and all I saw was that made up weight. I can't remember what it was, but it was a low number. This is years ago. You know, and again, it was just to say I don't need to weigh myself, because I'm not that fucking number that I see. I can't let it ruin my day. And it's just like, I don't need to see myself dancing at whatever I am right now, in the 220s, which is so much better than the 330s. You know, I was 338 pounds, but there's still a long way to go. And when I see myself on a dance floor in other people's videos, now I understand people are recording all the time, and I have no problem with that. I'm a YouTuber, right? I respect everybody's right to record. We're in a public place, but I simply just don't want to look at it, because it's like, that's not how I see myself on the dance floor. And I don't want to be seeing myself all the time in a mirror. Lafayette's has a full-length mirror when I walk in, and I just try not to look at that. I go to the mirror that I'm going to just, you know, touch up my makeup and do my hair and stuff, because I want to go back on that dance floor thinking I'm this little hot thing, you know, that deserves to be dancing like a drug addict, because that's how I dance sometimes. I really like headbanging kind of music sometimes, and I fucking shake my head, and sweat from my hair actually flies off my hair. I experienced that last weekend, and I didn't care. It was fun, and I don't care. I'm just having so much fun, you guys. But trying on smaller clothes doesn't shock me into reality. Instead, it encourages me, because I'm like, ooh, and that's why I want to buy them, because I'll be like, ooh, the color is right, the neckline is right, I'll buy it and I'll wait. But the thing is that I just don't want to be buying too many things, you know, because I'm going to have so much stuff for this fall. But it encourages me, and it makes me realize this is what I will be wearing. This size is what I will be wearing as soon as I get to the point where I see myself in my head. So it's all good. And that's why I don't have Derek record me dancing and putting that on Facebook. No, it's enough that there are some clips out there. So I got 2 shirts that I very much love. I got some ugly clogs that are probably not even in style. Somebody probably bought those years ago. I don't care. I'll wear them. And they're very comfortable and comfortable to walk in. Oh, what else did I want to talk about? So tonight I'm going to the watch party. And, oh yeah, so I had a good weekend. I went out 4 nights, and 3 of those nights danced my ass off. Went out Thursday night to Lafayette's for Memphis Mojo with Teresa. We danced the whole night. It was awesome. Then I went out to Hadley's Friday night and Saturday night. Friday night with Derek and Saturday night with a friend that I still have yet to ask if I can use her name. I will try to do that this week. We danced all night to fucking Basket Case. I couldn't say enough things about the songs they played. I just enjoyed it so much, and I knew I was going again Saturday. No, Friday I went with Derek and Jeff. Did I say that? I'm so mixed up. Friday, Derek and Jeff, and I danced with people that I just knew there. I was lucky to find a lot of people, and I danced all night. And then Saturday I went with a friend that I still can't name, and we danced all night. And I was so glad to have her because I didn't have as many friends that night that I could have danced with, so I think it would have been not a great dancing night for me, but we fucking danced. And that's the night that I noticed if I shake my head up and down like I'm head banging, that the sweat flies off my hair. And I took a picture and put it on my Facebook, and that picture of my sweaty hair was after I had just gone to the bathroom, wrung my hair out into the sink, and took the brown towels that come out of the thing that I gotta go like this with my hand, and it takes 20 minutes to get enough towels, and I squeezed my hair. Squeezed? Is that the past tense? And to get all the wetness out that I could, and then I took that picture. So I will try one time to get a picture of me with actual droplets. Okay, will you like that? Droplets of sweat. And then I was surprised because Saturday night when I got home, I was walking in at 2 a.m. and I heard my phone ding, and it was the lead singer, Bob, from Basket Case. And the message was, "What size shirt do you wear?" And I wrote back, "This is the most surprising text I've ever gotten at 2 a.m. I figured he was asking because somehow they wanted to give me a t-shirt. So I replied and told him, maybe a 1X, maybe even a 2X, because I like baggy or whatever. And he thanked me for, going out. He knows that I promoted them on my Facebook because I tagged them, so they get to know that somebody tagged them. And some of the bands now, they reply to that, and I think that is such an awesome gesture. I noticed that with my friend Teresa. She will tag them and tag a band and say, "Had a wonderful time." And I noticed that Sold Out replied to her and thanked her for going out, and I was like, geez, it doesn't dawn on me to tag the band. So I tagged Sold Out, and they replied to me too. And then I tagged Basket Case, and they replied in the comments. And it feels good to know that they don't only appreciate their audience, but they also appreciate those who get up to dance, because it's got to make a band feel better when there's people up and dancing. So anyway, that's the only communication I had with him. Derek and Jeff met that band Friday night. That's why they were going to meet the band, talk about podcasts, all that stuff. But there was no connection with me. I didn't get up and go meet the band because I want Derek to know them first. And I don't, "Hi, I'm Mom." But then I took a picture with Derek and Jeff and another guy, his name is Lee, and said something like, "Out with the boys tonight." So, and I think it was in that. I don't know if I tagged Basket Case or whatever, but they probably, knew there was a connection between me and Derek since the last name is Michaud. So they were offering me a t-shirt and thanked me for being out, and I thanked them for providing an opportunity for people like me who absolutely love music, that they provide people like me and my friends an opportunity to dance to the fucking best songs in the world. And I do appreciate that, because I just didn't even know it existed. When I moved here, I had no idea that there was even live music, because I'm dumb. In Maine, there isn't anymore. There is, but not like it used to be. This is like live music heaven. So anyway, So I thought that was really nice that out of the blue I get a message asking what size shirt I take. And so somehow I have a t-shirt waiting for me at some point. I'm sure I will see that band again, and it's not even about the t-shirt. It's just the fact that it was nice to know that they recognized the fact that that I enjoyed them, and I was able to tell him on a personal level and through a message how much I appreciate that. And I also got to sit with Josh Haynes on Saturday. He is with Area 51 and other bands. So, but I like him so much. He and his wife Laura sat with me and my friend. Skylar needs water. She's at a summer choir camp, and I'm going to go get her water and bring it. And I'm glad that I'm not home yet, because that would have been out of the way. So I'm going to do that on my way, because she's here in South Haven right now, and that's where I am. Okay, Josh, I told him how much I wanted him to know that, because I don't think the band members really know how they change people's lives. I mean, I'm sure not everybody's life has been changed like mine, but I wanted him to know that he fucking changed my life. Not him personally, but the band. Their friendship. I'm friends with everybody in that band. It feels like family when I'm with them on stage, and they put up with all my dancing and my wet hair, and I just wanted them to know how it moves some people, and that it changes me a little bit every time I go out dancing. It changes me for the better, a little bit at a time, permanently. It changes me permanently. And he was so taken by the fact that I was saying that he took my hands. It makes me want to cry right now. I don't have time to cry. I gotta go get water for Skylar. And I mean that. And I just want bands to know that they're not just providing entertainment, but they actually help in a big way. So many people, I'm sure. So many people. All right, I gotta go. And I'm gonna upload this and feel stupid that I'm this emotional all of a sudden, but you guys get it, right? Thanks so much for watching. Bye.